Hi, my beautiful friends. Today I want to share with you my latest purchase. I've decided to invest a little bit and buy this Sizzix scoring board and trimmer everyone are talking about. Now, as you can see, the box is still sealed. I haven't opened it because I want to give you my honest first impression. You can see me using for years the same tools over and over again, which was this guillotine and Marta Stewart scoring board. But I've decided to try and see whether this one will be working good as well. And this is especially important for me as I do lots of live classes and record the videos. So it will be nice to just keep one tool on my desk rather than have a bunch of them. I really like the packaging. I appreciate that there is not much, like there's no plastic apart from the scoring board, which is made from the plastic, but there's no foil. So it's nice cardboard packaging. This little box is very sturdy, and what you have here is some additional blades, this nice mat with all the sizes, which are on imperial and metric. So whatever measurements you are using, this one will be working for you. You can place your paper and immediately check what measurements you need to cut. That will be very handy, especially for doing mats and layers and things like that. So here I'm trying to compare the sizes. It's pretty much the same size. The only one thing, the Sizzix machine is a little bit taller because it has some additional this punch feature. There is little blade on the side, and then this like a ruler which is attached to this circle, and this is for creating the angles. And I must tell you, I had a little trouble. I tried to twist it, push it, and it didn't work. So I've decided to reach back to the instruction rather than me trying to force it and break it. I've decided to check on the instruction, and it's very, very easy. You just have to pull this knob up, and it's lift slightly, and then you can easily move the ruler to your desirable position. There is angles straight from the 0 to 90 degrees angle, and then you have those like a little notches every 15 degrees. So if you want to create those scoring line or cut your paper under the angle, this is a perfect helper for you. I have a couple pieces of the cardstock on the side. Each one of them is different thickness, so we can try how good this blade is working, not only with the regular scrapbooking paper, this design paper, but also with other types. I've got some sturdier cardstock. This is this craft paper, which is 250 GSM, and as you can see, it cut beautifully. And then last but not least, this is a very, very sturdy 400 GSM cardstock. This is basically like a cardboard range. It's very stiff, and as you can see, it cut beautifully. There's no there's the cutting line is very nice and just very clean. So I really, really like it. The only one thing with this machine in comparison to the guillotine is that for some time, once you're gonna be using, the blade will probably not stay sharp for all the time. So with the time, as you're using the machine, you probably have to replace the blade, but these are inexpensive, so it's not a trouble as well. Now, I really, really like that instead of using the old scoring board and the guillotine, I was able to create the card base within 3 seconds without changing the tool. As you can see, I trimmed the paper to 8-inch size, I score it at 4, and instantly I've created myself the card base. So this is what I was telling you about. I've decided to invest in a tool because I thought it will be handy for me while I'm having the live classes. I could, do not rumble reaching for new tools. I could keep everything, on one place and have this one tool to help me create all the job. Here I've tested that if this punch will work on the double paper. So I have the card base which is folded in half, so this one was really stiff, but as you can see the punch made a beautiful job, and without any trouble I was able to create these notches. You have two different style. One is the rounded corner and the other one is job under the angle, which are both very nice feature, and it will be handy to help you finish up the card. I also decided to check if this trimmer will allow me to create a very thin line, and as you can see here I am just cutting the line which was around 1/8 of the inch, and then if I try to create something super thin, it wasn't working as great as the guillotine. But you are able to create the lines which are around 1/8 of the inch, so they're really narrow, and if you would like to add a little sparkle, like a little line to your card, you will be able to create that one too. Now I've cut myself a little piece of the white color paper. This is just a regular cardstock. I wanted to create this pattern with the scoring line, and here is one downside thing which I found on this scoring board. See my old one, it has this really nice raised edge to the top where I could push my paper against it, and then I could see exactly the measurement. Here you don't really have the line on the top because it's a very flat. You can see here, so the card, if you don't hold it with a little bit pressure, like you need to make sure you keep it in a place, it's very easy to move it. I've quickly changed the board to see how it looks on the other one, and again you can see here on this very old Marta Stewart board, this is a raised edge, which is a nice and handy, especially if you want to score your paper. I've checked the other one punch hole just to see how it's working, and if you have any tag or anything, like you would like make sure that your punch hole is in the center, you just have to make sure you're gonna mark yourself a little dot with the pencil or something, just to make sure you are right in the center, so this way your punch hole will be centered. I really like it. It could be a little bit farther down because it's very up to the top, that could be like 2 or 3 millimeters down, but I don't mind. I think it's a great feature as well, especially that is attached and it's in one place. Here you can see this little like a notch puncher, which is for the envelope. This will create this little like little notch which will help you to create your envelope and glue them together, but you can also play with them a little bit and create those little fun line, like wavy lines and patterns. So if you don't have any dies, if you don't have any special tools, if you have this one, you'll be able to create variety of the styles and different finishing touches for your card. And now I've decided to use this line, this ruler under the angle, and again see how it's helping me to score. You can set the measurements up to any preferable angle. I think I've go with the 30 degrees here, so that gave me the same consistency when scoring my line. And again, I wish that could be a little bit more edge to support the card. You really need to hold it in place so it's not moving, but it's not something it will discourage me from using. It's just whenever you have this I will show you that in a second on my other scoring machine. It's very helpful to use when you could actually lean the card. Again, here this ruler, you can slide your paper underneath, so you just need to hold it in place. If you move it a little bit, you can very easily put it back in the place by orienting it by your last score line, and that will be working here. back again. So you can see I've got a bunch of different cuts, checking different papers, different finishing touches. I really like it. One more thing I have to do, but I think I'm gonna create a separate video because I don't want to keep you too long here. And here is this triangle I was telling you about. And again, if you press your paper, you can see those notches, so this will help you when here you need to just make sure you hold your paper firmly. There's nice non-slippery surface, those little like feet, which help you to, you know, stay in place. So it's really nice, very sturdy, good quality plastic. I would say the whole tool, it's not cheap, like it gives you this nice, you know, feel that this is a proper tool and it will serve you for years. I'm super happy with it, apart from those little minus things which I've noticed because of using the other tools, and I like it a little bit better in the other tool. I'm super happy and delighted, and I'm definitely going to be using it, especially that, as I've mentioned, it will give me the chance to keep one tool on my desk rather than keep a bunch of them. So just to quickly sum up everything I've seen so far, I'm super happy and excited with this tool. It was a very good investment. It's not the cheapest one, but also in comparison, if you would like to buy all these tools separately, like scoring board, trimmer, envelope maker, all the punch, that will be definitely way more expensive. So it's nice that the Sizzix has put everything together in one tool. It's very well made, it's sturdy, nice, you know, type of the tool. You can feel it that this is a good quality plastic, so it will serve me for years. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what's your thought. Have you tried this scoring board, or are you thinking of buying one? Definitely I would love to know your opinion as well. I will be coming back with another video shortly, so stay blessed, and I wish you all a fabulous day. Bye bye.